Broadcasting live from Haven Conference 2022 in Atlanta, it's time for Organization Conversation, brought to you by Wall Control Storage Systems. Wall Control gives you the storage and organization you crave.
Hey guys, welcome back to Organization Conversation. I am here with Spencer. How's it going, Spencer?
It's going well. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, it's I'm glad you're able to sit down for a second and have a chat. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your company and what brought you to Haven.
Yeah, so my company is a software company. It's specifically for creators to help them monetize and make more money. We're specifically in the affiliate marketing space.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, and we came to Haven specifically. Oh my gosh, I've said that like 17 times.
Yeah,
but
I've said a lot of stuff today, a lot of times.
You know, I know. It's just all day, right?
Man,
I mean, you can hear my voice.
It feels like 3 days in one, at least 3 days. That's an understatement. It could be more like a week.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, so to answer that last question, we came for feedback really with the creators and to be able to debut some of our new software that we've built, and we have a portal for the creators to come in and actually build out shopping lists and different things that simplify the process for them and their communities, basically.
Gotcha. How'd you get into that? What led you to create that? I mean, that's a very good tool. Like, it's definitely something that's needed in the space, but how did that come to be?
Oh, wow. I mean, it's kind of a crazy story. So I actually left a company. I was a smart glasses group. I ran a smart glasses group at a large company.
Awesome.
And I was going to build, I was starting an augmented reality company, completely different than what we're doing today. I mean, absolutely completely. The only thing that was similar is that we were in the DIY space. Mm-hmm. And when we started to do the research and look around at what is, driving this whole industry, it started to lead us down to creators. So at first we were trying to do a consumer tool that was helping them connect with professionals and with creators to help them do their projects. As we looked at how difficult this 2 and sometimes 3-sided marketplace was, the capital necessary for that was just too much.
Yeah.
And then we started to recognize different problems in the industry. And we said, let's build another consumer tool that at least helps automate some of those things. And once we started to dig into that, we realized, that's a problem because creators don't have software. Nobody's building the software for these creators to be able to do what they're trying to do. They're using all of these great tools. They're not bad tools. It's just they're not built for them.
Yeah.
And so we recognized that and said, okay, we can build software for that instead. And the first problem that we looked at was the completely fragmented and very, very difficult to use affiliate marketing industry.
Yeah.
So for us, as we explored that industry, we recognized the problems with creators having to actually create these lists, links breaking constantly and consistently. And then the consumer issue of actually selecting a link. You might have a YouTube video and it'll have 4 or 5 or even 10 links on it. And if the consumer were to click those, each link at bare minimum is 3 clicks, and they're big clicks. Mm-hmm. It's click it off the website to the other website, add to cart, and then they have to go all the way back to the original source to get the next product.
That's true. Yeah.
And so they're major. They're not just 3 clicks. They're 3 major clicks.
Yeah, you're talking tabs and browsers and copy, paste, all kind of stuff.
All sorts of stuff. And so, this naturally just creates a big bog for consumers to actually purchase products. And so, if you're looking at, I have 5 products I'm promoting, that's 15 clicks. Yeah. And once you start thinking about it that way, 6 products is 18 clicks. It's not, it's just a huge increase. So once we recognized that, we said, okay, let's simplify it for the creators. Let's simplify it for the consumers.
Awesome. So how does that work now? Like, how does that work with your software? What's the process? What's the experience like for the user?
Yeah. So I'll go the reverse and say, what does the consumer see, and then that will help explain kind of what the creator sees.
Yeah.
So what we do is for the consumers, we have a widget, and it's actually a shopping list.
Yeah.
So if there were 5 products that were recommended, what we do is we create a shopping list with 5 products in it. Now, similar to a shopping list, they have check boxes, and you can select them. But the biggest difference is we say add to cart on there, and what it will do is it will take all those products that they selected, could be 5, could be 10, could be 3, doesn't matter, and we add them to the retailer's shopping cart automatically, all of them at the same time. So there's no multiple clicks.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It's super cool. We've been seeing some really great results. I mean, the two major things that we've been seeing with that consumer tool in particular is obviously increased conversion, like you would expect.
Yeah.
And the other thing, another thing you would expect, but we were happy to see, was increased cart size.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
people just buying more things.
Yeah, it's like because you're adding all of them to your cart.
Right.
Like you're not.
Well,
you didn't get tired on the 17th click and say, my kid's screaming, I can't. You know what I mean? Like it's all right there. It's just the convenience of it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So that shopping list that we have, is something that is effectively the crux of how everything works.
Yeah.
So you can put that either as an embedded widget on your website so that it's in line with your content and the shopping list kind of shows up in line with your content. Or we provide a link that you can just share, say, on an Instagram story or something like that, so that, instead of sharing one link on Instagram stories, you can share, this one link, but it actually can have as many products as you want within that. And it's contained in there, again, same functionality.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also, going back to the very beginning, kudos to you for like pivoting and looking, you started out with this one mission, but what are people actually needing,
Yeah.
And like, changing it up to meet that need. That's huge. So
it was a big lesson. So I've done a number of startups before, and one in particular, it's in our industry we call it a solution looking for a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I created one of those, and it was awful.
Yeah.
And one way I describe it for those listening is it's like you have an idea and you don't want to let go of the idea. And so because you're not willing to lose your idea, it means that you'll lose everything else.
Yep.
And we did, at that point,
and you probably didn't even know that's what you were married to. You know what I mean? Like, it's deeper than your like conscious awareness of like, I'm trying to force this thing.
Yes.
And it's not like, I'm not listening to what's happening.
That's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly right. I mean, at one point, my wife and I think we had 2 kids at that point, but we'd sold everything. I mean, the most valuable thing we had was her ring.
Yeah.
Selling a car for food and rent and all that kind of stuff. Like we got down to the bare bones. We're fine, doing great,
of course,
and have, a great place and whatnot. But it's just, at that point we had basically lost everything. And I learned just a huge amount on like, don't worry about your idea.
Yeah.
Like worry about the problems. What problems need to be solved, and go after those, and then you'll
you
be
start
okay.
pulling the string and you follow that. Not drilling down on this one thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So how's Haven been? I assume it's probably going pretty good. Based on the solution you brought to a problem that's very prevalent.
Yeah, it's going well. So, we've been getting some really interesting feedback on what we're doing, and quite frankly, I'll be going back and making some changes pretty quick as well after some of the feedback. And we've gotten a lot of people really interested in joining up and trying out the software.
Awesome.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about being able to expand it. Something that may even be interesting for you guys is we've started to see brands and their integration, and we're partnering with a few brands with their different products as well. It's been pretty interesting.
Yeah. So like the onboarding, who is your ideal client? Like who are you speaking to when you're promoting your product?
In what context?
Like, is it like who's your ideal customer? I guess paint that picture.
Yeah. So our ideal customer is someone who likes to promote products specifically. And not just products, but maybe through their content likes to promote products, and typically more than one, right? So not just a product at a time, but if they promote a drill, for instance, they'll want to promote and add drill bits and batteries and a couple other things like that. And so, so it's those who want to sell more than one product at a time.
Gotcha. So like us as a brand, if we're working with somebody and we got we have kits that we sell. That's an easy one-click,
Yep.
So to speak. But we also have, these guys come up with tons of crazy stuff, and it's like 4 of these panels, 3 of these panels, 8 of these hooks, a whole list of things. So like we can pass along your information to them, like, hey, here's a good way we've seen, to see conversion on a single click.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and that's exactly right. And even as you, for you as a brand, it makes it simple to where you could even create the shopping list yourself.
Okay.
And hand it to the creator and
Gotcha.
say, hey, you have all of these that you sponsor. And it's like, hey, I want to push these or promote these different products, and you can create those shopping lists for them, and then just send them a link,
Gotcha.
and that link will just go right to wherever you want to send them. But yeah, it's trying to simplify for all 3 of the big players, which are the brands, the creators, and the consumers.
Gotcha. Very cool. So we use like for our affiliate links, it's called Affiliately, is like the API thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So is there a way to like make one of those links with your cart to give them that goes right through there?
Yeah. So the way that we handle it is we just need effectively the ID that affiliate
Like their
associate.
ID.
Their
the
associate
associate,
ID. Yeah. So as soon as we have that associate ID, then we just pass that along through the links.
Okay.
To make sure that they get credit for the
Gotcha.
the sale.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'm glad we sat down and chatted about this. So that'll be a really good thing to promote, because again, our brand is very it lends itself to that with all the accessories and stuff.
Right. No, and I was walking by thinking, oh my gosh, this would actually be perfect with wall control.
Yeah.
So, yeah, seriously. And you guys all sponsor a pretty decent amount of creators as well, don't you?
Yeah,
work with a lot of them.
We do. So definitely happy to pass along the information because it'll help all of us for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win-win situation.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thanks for sitting down with me, Spencer.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Hope the rest of the conference goes good for you.
Yeah, thanks, and appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no problem. One more
chat.
time, tell our audience how they can find you guys.
Yep, so you can look at us at joinsharedvision.com or at joinsharedvision on Instagram, and you can find all the details there. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us. Organization Conversation is brought to you by Wall Control, a family-owned and operated producer of best-in-class wall-mounted organizers for your home or business, made right here in the USA. To learn more, go to wallcontrol.com.